and winks.
Yo, I'm Trent. I'm my gangster, yo.
Trent Noop.
If I see you with $1, I'ma kill ya, yo.
This is the 2 Point Stance podcast.
You ready? Let's go!
The Buckeyes, ladies and gentlemen. I think I called that.
Boo.
Hey, Ohio State won the national title game.
Boo.
They boat raced the University of Oregon.
Boo.
Trent's obviously thrilled with the way that the game went.
I just want it to be known that Michigan played Oregon better than Oregon played Ohio State.
I want it to be known that Michigan did not play Oregon this year. Thank you very much for that, Trent.
Michigan played Ohio State better than Oregon played Ohio State.
I don't think that's what you
That's
said.
exactly what I said.
Let's check
Rewind
the tape.
it.
Let's check the tape.
Rewind it.
We'll do that after the show.
Alright.
Ohio State did play a very good game Monday night.
Played alright, yeah.
Played very well.
They did
Ezekiel
okay.
Elliott is running like a man possessed. Cardale Jones coming back. Thought he was going to go pro. Would probably make sense to go pro.
Why?
He could be a second or fourth round pick somewhere in there. He'd make money. He has a daughter. I mean, technically, he's not allowed to be paid for his collegiate performance. So if he was a 2-year project for like the Saints or the Broncos, that'd be an awesome place for him to go.
Or he could win the starting job next season, come in, win the Heisman, lose to Michigan so they won't make the playoffs, and then, get drafted, first, second round?
I think you have the order there reversed. I think he'd lose to Michigan before he won said Heisman Trophy. But that's just me. I don't think I don't know what's going to happen with the Ohio State starters this year. I think it's a 2-horse race, though. It's obviously going to be between
Well, there's 3 quarterbacks.
I don't know if Braxton Miller will be able to play quarterback anymore with the way his labrum has been injured in the past few years.
For what's worth, I don't even think Braxton Miller will be at Ohio State.
I don't either. I think he'll either transfer to one of 3 schools, Duke, Florida State, or Oregon. I'm going to hop out in front of that.
I see Duke or Florida State.
It would be fun to see him at Oregon.
It'd be fun to see him at Duke. Blue Devil football is back in the business, baby. Let's go.
I've never met a Duke football fan.
I got a jersey.
I know that. It's very sad. It's a very sad sight to see you walking around the local Frickers, shout out, in your Duke
Blue Devil
football jersey. I don't understand.
They're going to be back in the business.
Let's take a sidetrack. You make no sense to me. Do you like Duke basketball?
I hate it.
But you like Duke football.
You want to know why I like Duke football?
I would love to.
They
know.
were so bad, and I used to play with them on NCAA football back in like 05, 06, and I loved it. So I became a Duke Blue Devil fan. Football fan. Just football. And I did like J.J. Redick. He was a pretty good player, too.
It's funny how your Duke Blue Devils are better than your Michigan Wolverines. I'm just going to let that sit there for a minute.
I disagree.
Moment of silence for the University of Michigan football program.
I disagree. We got Jim Harbaugh, the
Oh,
legend.
Yeah. How's that going to go for you?
Oh, we're going to get at least 11 wins, probably a national championship next season.
That is on the record.
That is on the record.
I will bet you.
Put it on it.
I will bet you.
Put it on the board.
$50.
No.
Oh, not confident anymore.
They'll get at least 9 wins next season.
$20.
Deal.
You want to shake?
We just did.
No, we didn't.
Man, you're already going to owe me $50 anyway.
Those are other assorted bets that do not need to be
by
hashed
the
out
way,
on the air.
I want everyone to know that Benjamin Winks is awful at making bets.
I'm not smart. It's not
he's
smart.
He's going to make me $50, in about, 3 months?
They
It's
were
gonna be nice.
bad bets.
Very bad bets.
I couldn't help myself, though. I don't have a gambling problem, though, for the record.
Yes, he does.
Moving along. The Ohio State quarterback situation will be interesting next year because J.T. Barrett, I do feel, if he's ready at the beginning of the season, he ditched his scooter yesterday. I saw an Instagram post. Let me speak English. Would you like to say something?
Yeah, that's pathetic.
What?
Learn your English.
As you stumble over the word English. Anyway.
English.
J.T. Barrett ditched his scooter, so now he's walking in a walking boot, I would presume. Cardale Jones obviously has the last 3 games as his portfolio and be like, hey, Urban, look what I can do. But J.T. Barrett had a full season. So I don't know what's going to happen. I think it'll be a legitimate competition, but I just think that Cardale Jones, while being the better pro prospect, is not the college quarterback that JT Barrett is. What do you think?
All right. First off, so we're in agreement that Braxton Miller won't be there next year. We both think that he's going to transfer
I would
away.
agree with that, yes.
Okay. So we're just going to take him completely out of the equation.
Yes.
All right. So we are left with JT Barrett and Cardell Jones. Now, you just said you don't think Cardell Jones is a better college prospect, right?
I think he's a better pro prospect. JT Barrett's the better college quarterback.
And you do realize Cardell Jones just beat Wisconsin in the Big Ten Championship.
Yes.
Just got done killing Alabama. And just got done killing Oregon to win the national championship game.
Can I say something real fast?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ezekiel Elliott ran for
Trust me, I know.
ran for nearly 700 yards in those games.
But Cardell Jones still played a very good game.
Yes, he did.
The
He
kid's
had
never
no-
started a game in his life until Wisconsin.
I understand that. But it wasn't. They didn't win because of Cardell Jones. They won with Cardell Jones. There were some games where they won because of JT Barrett.
I bet all these Buckeye fans listening to you right now think you're a complete idiot. And I think most of these Buckeye fans right now think me, as a Michigan fan, is pretty smart.
No, I'm thinking Buckeye Nation knows that it's going to be a fight in spring football.
Well, it definitely will.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you can say, yeah, JT Barrett's definitely a better college quarterback than Cardell Jones.
JT,
I don't understand how you can say
JT
that.
Barrett almost accounted for 50 touchdowns.
And Cardell Jones won the 3 biggest games of the season.
That's fine, but he still lost out to JT Barrett and Braxton Miller.
Okay, so you think... Now, what's your final prediction? Who's going to be the starting quarterback first game of the season next year?
Is JT Barrett healthy?
Yes.
JT Barrett.
I'm going to go with Cardell Jones.
Let's go to break. Ben Winks. Breaking news on in here, people. Trent Noop.
You know what I think?
Hit me with it.
Geno Smith's a stud.
This is the 2 Point Stance podcast.
There you go.
Welcome back to the 2 Point Stance podcast. It is Championship Sunday, nearly. The AFC Championship game is going to be played between the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts. The NFC Championship game will be played between the defending champion Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers.
Well, the first game of the day is at 3 o'clock, which is our NFC Championship game, is the Packers at the Seattle Seahawks.
You are a great parrot, you know that?
Thank you. Anyway, what do you think's going to happen in this game, Ben?
Man, this is such a pukey sports radio topic. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is injured, clearly. He said he feels worse than he did last week. So that doesn't bode well for Green Bay's chances. That being said, Seattle's defense has looked a lot better the last 7 weeks, right?
Mm-hmm.
What quarterbacks have they played? None.
Cam Newton.
Okay. There's one decent one. They played Colin Kaepernick, who struggled this year twice. Ryan Lindley. All these backup quarterbacks who were no good. But earlier on in the season when they played Phillip Rivers, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, they weren't as vaunted as they were last year.
I have 6 words for you. 6 words.
Let me have them.
You ready? Prepare yourself. Richard
That was 4.
Sherman,
Okay, that's 6.
Cam Chancellor,
Okay.
and Earl Thomas.
That's 7 words.
That's 7 words. That is 7 words right there, and that's all I need to say.
Well, I'm glad we got your take out of the way. Now I can have more time to bloviate. The Seattle defense, I think, will struggle at times if Eddie Lacy can get going because he was knocked out of the first game with concussion. Aaron Rodgers' calf is injured, as I said. But he still has enough talent, I think, to improvise and to hit people that are open. I don't think Jordy Nelson will be as invisible as he was the first week. I think Aaron Rodgers will attack Richard Sherman more than he did the first week. And I think Green Bay can pull this game out. It'll be close, like 28-24.
Who's going to win?
21-17. Green Bay. I'm going Green Bay.
All right, is it my turn to actually be logical now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Obviously, since you can't. Okay, so Aaron Rodgers, good quarterback, pretty solid.
Great quarterback.
Pretty good. He's got a problem, though. He's got his calf hurt.
I know. I just said that.
And you know who's one of the best game managers in all of NFL?
Oh, that's what I want as my quarterback.
Russell Wilson.
Check down Charlie.
And you know what? He has one of the best running backs in the game, and Marshawn Lynch.
I'm thankful. He does.
And remember those 6-7 words I said a little bit ago?
See?
You got a Richard Sherman, you got Cam Chancellor, and Earl Thomas.
I understand that.
What else can you want? They could very well repeat once again. I'm going to go 31-24 Seattle. Book it.
Trent, would you say this is a quarterback-driven league?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the better quarterback?
Well, Rodgers.
Who's the better quarterback right now?
Rodgers.
Okay. I'm gonna throw the dice and roll with the better quarterback. How many? Okay.
I'm gonna roll with the best defense in the nation. Give it to me, Seattle. Let's go. Pump up.
You go.
Yeah, let's go. You hear all that clapping? Yeah, that's for Seattle, baby.
Is that the 12th man behind you?
Yeah.
All right. Let me ask you a question, Trent. How many 300-yard passing games do you think Russell Wilson has in his career?
Probably at least 13 or 14.
5. You're a little bit off there. Aaron Rodgers has 9 this season. Now, I understand that...
Now, look at the offenses they run. Are you dumb?
Are you going to let me finish?
No, because that was stupid.
Are you going to let me finish?
The adults are talking. Stop.
You going to hit me with that again?
Yes.
Aaron
Be
Rodgers...
logical.
Aaron Rodgers is the better quarterback. He can throw his receivers open... And yes, Russell Wilson is a great game manager, but he's not going to bust it open for you.
You don't need to.
At some point, your quarterback is going to have to make a play.
Well, they did win the national championship next season. Ha ha, Seattle, yeah.
That's called the Super Bowl in the
They
NFL.
did win the
Trent.
Super Bowl by, 20, 30 points?
35.
Against the best quarterback in the nation.
I didn't say Peyton Manning was the best quarterback in the nation. I think it's Aaron Rodgers.
It's definitely Tom Brady, and we'll get that into that in a second.
No, let's hit it now.
Yeah, because obviously
let's go now.
We know Seattle's going to win.
No,
so let's move
we
on
don't.
to the AFC
Yeah, let's
Championship
go.
game. All right. So we got my boy Tom Brady
Yes.
from the University of Michigan.
Yes.
Obviously, he is the best quarterback in the nation.
He is not.
Who's better?
Aaron Rodgers.
Shh. Okay. We'll see Sunday then. Patriots, you got Tom Brady. And his receiving core, you got Gronk.
The polar bear.
You got Julian Edelman.
Oh, I'm so scared of...
Who's a Wes Welker now. And you got Danny Amendola and Brandon LaFell. That's pretty good receiving core.
Are you kidding me right now?
No, I'm actually not being serious.
Okay.
But it's pretty decent. I mean, it's not bad. When you got Tom Brady, he is the best quarterback, in the nation.
Why do you keep saying in the nation? Just say in the NFL.
Because he is the best quarterback in the nation.
Oh my
The whole
gosh.
nation. He's the best. He's the best quarterback to play the game right now.
Can we ever get anything that resembles an objective viewpoint from you?
What are you talking about?
That's what I thought.
What are you talking about?
So,
Back to my take.
Keep going.
All right. So, if you're a good quarterback, it shouldn't matter what weapons you have with you. Because you're going to be able to find them. Look at that. He's able to make do with those guys, right? Right?
I guess.
How did Peyton Manning do with his receiving core of Emmanuel Sanders, Demaryius Thomas, Julius Thomas, Wes Welker? How did he look against Indianapolis?
Well, Trent, you're aware that Peyton Manning has a torn quad, right?
How'd he look?
Are you aware that he has a torn thigh muscle?
How'd he look?
Answer my question.
How did he look?
Awful.
Okay.
Because he
Back
has
to
a
my
torn...
point. Back to my point.
Oh, my God.
And then, but on the opposite side, you have Andrew Luck, who's probably going to, in the next 3-4 years, be the best quarterback in the NFL. Not the nation, but the NFL.
He still has a flip phone.
I don't understand what your point is with that. Anyhow.
He was reading a book about how to make
care.
concrete.
I don't care. I really don't. I don't care. I'm talking about my point of view.
He has a flip phone.
I don't care if he didn't have a phone. Anyway. So...
Concrete.
T.Y. Hilton, he's turned into a pretty good player for
He's a
Andrew
stud.
Luck. Yeah. But I don't think they have the defense like New England has. So, overall, Luck's going to have a good game, but Patriots are going to end up winning 38-31. And, by the way, Patriots will win the Super Bowl. Let's go, New England. Give it to me. Come on, baby. Yeah.
Wow, you're really playing both sides of the fence there with Seattle and New England, aren't you?
Yeah.
Did you know
I got my fans.
that when it comes to Indianapolis versus New England, the Colts are actually better yards per play on both sides of the ball?
What happened earlier this year? Just curious. I really don't know. That's what I'm wondering.
Did you hear
No, what happened earlier this year, like when Indianapolis played New England?
what happened when Indianapolis played Denver week 1? Who won that one?
Denver?
Okay, who won last week?
Indianapolis?
Who won?
Andrew Luck?
Okay. So what are you doing there? Just because they won in the regular season doesn't mean New
Because
England's
you're
gonna
trying to
beat
bring up points. Who's the better boy? Blah, blah, blah. I don't care. It's all about matchups. And New England has the better matchup, and everyone knows I'm right, because that's what I am.
I guarantee I could find an entire city in the center of Indiana who would not agree with you.
Hit me with it.
Hit you with what?
Bring them on the show. Call them up. Get them on the phone line. Come on.
Because I know their phone numbers.
Someone call in. That's what we need. We need a phone that people can call in listening to us.
We're not that big yet, Trent.
Oh, okay.
I think Indianapolis will put up a good fight. Okay? I really do. But I don't think they're ready yet.
Oh, so you're going with my boy Tom.
I'm going with the Patriots.
You're going with my boy Tom.
Begrudgingly. But I think that they lose in the Super Bowl to Aaron Rodgers.
No.
Hey, man, this is my opinion.
But it's
You
wrong.
had your chance to go on your little diatribe, as Stephen A. Smith would say.
But you're wrong.
We don't know that yet.
We do. I'll put it this way. When Seattle wins,
Yes?
and when New England wins,
Yes?
next week on the podcast,
Yes?
you're going to not live it down.
I'm not going to live it down.
Yeah.
I can handle that.
All right.
I can't take this anymore. We're going to break. Ben Winks. Okay, but think about this. Trent Noop.
What's your point?
This is the 2 Point Stance Podcast. No. Welcome back to the 2 Point Stance Podcast.
What up?
We're going to hit the NBA now and my disdain for what's going on in the great city of Cleveland.
No, first off, before we talk about Cleveland,
Okay.
the Atlanta Hawks.
Unbelievable.
I had no idea they were as good as they were.
Budenholzer.
Their best player is Al Horford.
Yeah, is he?
Yeah.
Is he better than Jeff Teague?
Yes.
Is he better than Paul Millsap?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Positive.
Paul Millsap was an all-star.
I don't care.
Is Al Horford an all-star?
Yes. He's been an all-star.
Last year?
No, he was injured.
Okay.
But anyway, you have your starting lineup is Jeff Teague,
Yes?
Kyle,
Oh, I hate when that man gets the ball.
Damari Carroll,
Yes?
Paul Millsap, and Al Horford.
That's a decent 5.
That doesn't even sound that good. And they're the first in the East.
I know they
I
are.
had no idea that.
They've won 24 of 26 or
That's
something like that.
ridiculous. Anyway, go back to your forecast.
The season was supposed to be one of joy and happiness and celebration. People chanted the Love Boat when we got Kevin Love in August.
I think you were the only one doing that.
No, it was all over ESPN 850 in Cleveland. Shout out to Tony Rizzo.
I bet he won't even care.
They won't. But it was supposed to be such a different season. And yet they started off losing to the New York Knicks, who have only won 5 times this season. Derek Fisher's given timeout speeches about how the other team puts their shorts on the same way you do, the rim's the same height, the hoop's the same size. Oh, what the hell? How is Cleveland this bad? They have LeBron James, they have Kyrie Irving, they have Kevin Love, they have Timofey Mozgov now, J.R. Smith.
Did you really just throw him in there?
He has looked decent.
Unbelievable. This is absolutely unbelievable. He's not worth a second-round pick, let alone 2 first-round picks.
Oh, please, you would take him on the Lakers right now.
Lakers, I don't want anything on the Lakers. They need to lose every game they can.
Why do you want the Lakers to tank? They're not going to win the lottery.
They don't need to win the lottery. As long as they have a top 5 pick, they can keep it.
They're going to get the 6th pick.
You're so stupid. I can't deal with this.
Okay, who's who's more stupid, me or Mitch Kupchak trading for Steve Nash for 2 first-round picks?
You, because at that point it looked like a gold mine. You got yourself a Kobe Bryant. Mm-hmm. You got a Pau Gasol. Mm-hmm. You got Andrew Bynum and a Ron Artest.
You didn't have Andrew Bynum.
We got Dwight Howard.
You had Dwight Howard.
So you throw Steve Nash in there to lead that?
I
It's
know.
like, oh my gosh. That
And
was
what
awesome.
happened?
Bad things
It was
happened.
very bad.
Oh,
That's exactly what's going on.
With the Cavs?
That's exactly what's going on in Cleveland this year. This year, they are the 2012 Lakers.
I totally
and
agree.
I don't understand. I'm so mad. I'm
So
so
you know what's
upset.
going to happen, right? Here's exactly what's going to happen.
What?
I'm giving it to you now.
They're not going to go 45 and 37.
No.
There's no chance.
But here's what's going to happen.
What?
First round of playoffs.
Gone.
They're getting eliminated. Kevin Love.
Gone.
No. Well, yes. But he's going to get ejected.
Whoa.
Probably by doing like a cross line on someone.
A cross line.
Yeah.
A clothesline.
A clothesline
Okay.
on somebody. And he's going to take his jersey off as he's walking through the tunnel.
Oh, like LeBron did in
And be like,
Game 6?
So long, boys.
Have
so
you-
long.
Just to kind of...
And he's going to be coming to LA next season to pair with Kobe Bryant, Jaleel Okafor, and Julius Randle. I'm baking it now.
God, you are such a fan. Coming off of this train of thought for a moment, have you seen that Kevin Love said he's not opting out?
What would you say right now? The guy's wanting to get a big contract.
I understand that, but I would not definitively be like, hey, I'm not opting out, because that's going to be on record. People are going to hold it in his face. Hey, you said you weren't going to opt out.
Just like LeBron saying, he's never leaving Cleveland again. And there's a good shot he would leave.
I'm not saying Kevin Love will leave. I'm not saying Kevin Love should stay. I'm saying I wouldn't be saying anything. He's saying all the right things, but his body language isn't showing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He looks frustrated. Not that I wouldn't be. I would be incredibly frustrated because he's not being used correctly. What Cleveland needs to do is to look at the tape in Minnesota of how they used Kevin Love, because it doesn't seem
He was the only player in Minnesota. He could do whatever he
they
wanted.
had Kevin Martin. Come on, Kevin Martin.
Kevin Martin's J.R. Smith. Anyway.
I hadn't considered that.
Wow. Man, we learn something new every day in the
guess.
world of Trent. Okay, anyway.
Why can't I be like you? Know all this stuff.
It's kind of hard to do. I mean,
Man,
it's rough. I'll give you a little lesson here.
my
okay?
life would be so much easier.
It would. I'll give you a lesson, though.
Okay, I'm listening.
You ready? Sports
Yes.
lesson?
Yes,
Since
master.
you don't know much about
Okay,
it.
let's go.
Kevin Love.
Yes.
With him in Minnesota,
Yes.
the two best players were Kevin Martin,
Yes.
probably Ricky Rubio.
That's tough.
Okay. Now you go to Cleveland. Who's the two best players with him now? LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Okay?
Okay.
So in Minnesota, they're just like, you do whatever you want. If you want to chuck up a three, you chuck it up. If you want to go down low, you shoot it. Whatever. In Cleveland, he has to share the ball.
I know that.
It's not a Kevin Love, do whatever you want to
I'm
do.
not saying Kevin Love is at fault, though. What I'm saying is the Cavs need a point guard. A true point guard.
They got one.
A true point guard.
They got,
Who?
they got Joe Harris.
He's a shooting guard.
They got Deladova.
Dellavedova?
Yeah.
Okay, he's a point guard, but he's more of a defensive hound.
They got Kyrie. Kyrie's a good point guard.
He is, but he needs to learn how to pass. Because there are so many times I'll be watching the game, and it'll be LeBron brings the ball to the floor, hands it to Kyrie, and it's one-on-one isolation ball. And yes, sometimes he scores, yes.
Westbrook.
He's not as good as Westbrook because Westbrook actually passes. Westbrook averages like 8 assists. Kyrie averages like 5.
But Westbrook's been in the league, 3 or 4 more years than Irving has?
Yeah.
Irving was the same exact way as... Westbrook was the same exact way probably what is Irving? Is he fourth,
No,
third
you're
year?
right. Westbrook used...
Yeah, he was the same as... He's developing his game, though.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't think Kyrie has the time frame, the timetable, because the Cavs have to win now. They have to win now.
The first one gone is going to be Love. If anyone leaves and they have to leave, it'll be Love.
I know, but that's not what I want. I know what I want doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I want Kevin Love in Cleveland.
Yeah, because you're a Kevin Love fan.
I am. I'm also a LeBron James fan. I think he should be playing point guard.
The Cavs are invested in LeBron and Kyrie. That's what they're invested into right now.
You know what might not be a bad idea?
What?
Signing Jordan Farmar. Because he played for David Blatt in Tel Aviv, so he knows the system.
Jordan Farmar, he needs to come back to LA Lakers.
But just hear me out. If they signed him, I'm not saying he'd be a coach on the floor because you already have that in LeBron. But
Yeah, he's really been a good coach.
Maybe he could help lead the second unit, though. Like, get their plays figured out.
That's what you got Sean Marion for.
What?
Yeah, he's got veteran leadership. And you got Mike Miller. Those two, they're...
Yeah, their leadership, but they don't know the system as well as Jordan Farmar, maybe.
I'm pretty sure it's definitely not the same system that they ran.
It's
in
probably
Europe.
close.
I'm pretty sure it's the LeBron James system.
Okay, but do they respect Blatt? Because I don't
No,
think so.
I don't think so. I don't think they do either.
I feel like if the Cavs players could have gotten a new coach in 2 months ago, they would have.
I don't know.
Because after the first game that they won against Chicago, they handed Blatt the ball, and he was like, "Well, this isn't my first victory. I have 700 victories in Europe." So I don't know if Blatt has the right mentality, because the players see him as a rookie, and Blatt sees himself as the European Greg Popovich.
It all boils down to what LeBron thinks.
I know. And LeBron,
Every single one of those players look up to LeBron.
I know that.
And if they see LeBron disrespecting Blatt in any single way, they're going to hop on board.
But I don't think if LeBron's like, "Hey, I support Blatt, let's go. I support him 100%.
I think you'd be surprised.
I don't think that they'll all be like, "You know what, we were wrong."
Maybe not right away, but if they would continue seeing LeBron praise Blatt. And
Well, there was some of that last night. There was a play where LeBron was inbounding the ball, and he and Blatt drew up a play to get Tristan Thompson open underneath the basket, and LeBron fired a pass in there, and Thompson got the and one, and he pointed at Blatt as a sign of, like, way to go, like some respect going on. Maybe that's a start.
well, it has to it all
It has
starts
to
with
start
LeBron
somewhere,
And
yes.
it has to start with LeBron because he's your best player in basketball. It starts with him, and he has to act like the best player in basketball too. He can't be taking off all these plays he's been taking off.
I have a theory about that.
What?
Maybe he's thinking to himself, "Hey, there's no point for me to be killing myself in December and January when it doesn't really matter in the East if we don't start playing until after the All-Star break."
I'm pretty sure they're going to win a top 3 seed though.
I think they can get there
They better start playing.
because right now they are 12 games back of the 1 seed. They don't need the 1 seed. All
they need a top 3.
Yes, they are. Chicago is 5.5 games back of Atlanta, so they're 6.5 games ahead of Cleveland. 6.5 games in a few months is doable.
I don't think they want any part of
I
don't know.
I can tell you all the teams they don't want any part of.
But see, I feel like Atlanta could be that number 1 seed.
Like Indiana,
That would get bolted first round.
there's always that potential, but they've been playing really well this year.
But that's like in the West, Golden State. I don't see them having any shot. If it would be the first.
Oh, I think that they have a great shot to make it.
No. I'm saying you said there's always that potential. I'm saying if Golden State is the number 1 seed, I don't see any possibility of them getting beat.
Oh, me neither.
But I don't think Atlanta's that. I mean, obviously they're a good team.
Yes, but
I'm not sold that they're that.
I don't know what their
great.
strength of schedule is. I don't know what the advanced metrics are on Atlanta. So I don't know if their record is real or faulty.
And I know they have a lot of depth, but I believe that whoever the 8 seed could be, let's just say the Cavs go on a free fall even more, and they would end up with the 7th or 8th seed. They
Yeah.
would have Atlanta. I would be happy with that.
I
I would rather have them than I would want. I wouldn't want Toronto. I wouldn't want Washington, or I wouldn't want Chicago.
I wouldn't want anybody with size.
Yeah,
So I would not want Chicago.
Correct.
Would not want Washington.
correct.
After that,
Toronto, though, they play really well together.
Toronto has played Cleveland 3 times already. They're 2-1. Cleveland is against Toronto. So I kind of like that's a good matchup for them because they don't have much. Toronto doesn't have much size, nor do they play very much defense.
Yeah.
And Kyle Lowry and Kyrie Irving kind of balance each other out. After that, it's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
So I'd be happy with that matchup. But I'm just saying, Cleveland's defensive problems, which is their main problem, that's an effort thing. You can play good defense if you try, if you put forth the effort.
And I still think that all starts with LeBron.
I agree.
He takes off plays.
He has. He's taken off so many plays. But like Kevin Love, try harder. I mean, it's not that you're 6'10". Get in the way.
Yeah.
I mean, Timofey Mozgov is 34th in rim protection. It's decent.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving played good defense in the FIBA World Cup, but then again, that's not NBA players.
Right.
I understand. But he played good on-ball defense there. He can do it. He just needs to want to.
Right.
Sean Marion's old. I understand that. He can do it in spurts. Mike Miller's never been able to play defense. I mean, I'm not even going to try.
Yeah.
Dellavedova's a lockdown defender when he is on it. And he's been playing really hard. It's so frustrating to see this team do this badly when I know that they can do so much better?
All right, well, hit me with something. What do you think? Let's go ahead and get a little prediction here.
All
Where
right.
do you think they'll end up seating wise?
Fourth.
Fourth. I'm gonna go with fifth.
I'm thinking that
Fourth or fifth.
I'm thinking that they're going to make a late push to get home court advantage in the first round,
Okay.
and then that's all that matters.
Fourth or fifth, then. That's what I'll agree with that.
Yeah, I think they'll be about. In the end, I think they'll be about 7 to 10 games back of the 1 seed. Well, with that being said, I think that's time that we should go to break. Ben Winks.
He'll be making $8 million a year in Michigan.
Understood. Trent Noop.
He will be the highest paid coach in all of football.
Also understood. This is the 2 Point Stance podcast.
Daddy turned around at the University of Michigan.
Quick final segment. We're going to play a game called Let Me Ask You a Question. It's kind of stolen from a different ESPN show, but hey, it's okay.
Trademark.
Shout out to SVP and Rosello for that.
Unbelievable.
Hey, man, you got to give credit where credit's due. All right, Trent. Are you ready?
Hit me with it.
Question 1.
Yeah.
You can either have Shaq or Kobe when they split. If you kept Shaq, there's a possibility you'd get more titles than you would with Kobe. But with Kobe, you obviously know you get 2 more titles. Who do you take and why?
Oh, I take Kobe.
Why?
I feel like you can build around him better. Plus, he was younger at that time. You're going to get more years from him.
Fair enough. It's back and forth, Trent. This game is back and
Oh,
forth.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right, Ben, question number 1.
All right.
You ready?
Yep.
All right. Early prediction.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to win March Madness this season?
Oh, geez. Who's going to win the NCAA tournament this year? I'm going with Kentucky. I know I'm getting out in front of that one. This limb on my one is real thin. I understand
Yeah,
that.
definitely. Nobody ever hops on board there.
I'll go with Kentucky.
Okay.
I think if the University of Miami plays well, I think that they can make it to the Elite Eight. Just going to throw that out
I
there.
didn't ask that. I
I
asked
know.
who was going to win it all.
Ah, man.
So Kentucky's your final answer.
I think Kentucky, yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right, Trent, number 2. If I could tell you that you could have Kevin Durant
Okay.
for the next 7 years,
Okay.
but you had to get rid of your last 2 championships with Kobe, like they never happened,
Okay.
because he got traded.
Oh.
He got traded in 2006,
Who did he go to?
Memphis.
Oh, okay.
No, let's send him home. He got traded to the 76ers.
That's fine. Okay.
But you didn't know Kevin Durant was going to come about. You get Kevin Durant for the next 7 years. Would you take it?
Who's my best player on the roster? Besides
With
Kevin
Kevin
Durant?
Durant?
Yeah, with who's his
Who's his running mate?
yeah.
We'll give you a decent center, Al Jefferson.
Deal.
Really?
Lock it in. Yep. I'm a Laker fan. All right. Question number 2.
That was unexpected.
Question number 2,
Okay.
Ben. What team will Adrian Peterson play on next
The
season?
Dallas Cowboys.
There's
Trent,
no
question
way.
3.
No way.
Why not?
He's going to be a Viking. All right, come on.
No, let's explore this a little bit. Did you see the deal that Dallas offered DeMarco Murray?
Yes.
What was it?
A big one.
Well, no, what was it?
It was big.
What was the deal you saw?
I'm just saying it was a big deal.
Can I have some numbers?
5 year.
They offered him 4 years, $16 million. That's disrespectful.
Did they really offer
Yes. That's what they offered him. He won't be back in Dallas. And I think Jerry Jones, knowing the egotistical maniac that he is, will do all that
that? Well,
he can.
Vikings have already been on record saying if AP doesn't get... If he gets unsuspended by draft, they would welcome him back easily.
I know that. I'm just saying, though, I think Adrian Peterson ends up in Dallas because I think that's what Jerry Jones wants.
All right.
Trent, question 3. Looking back at your sports teams, okay? You know, you have Michigan, the Minnesota Vikings, the Lakers, Duke football. Other than Kobe Bryant,
Okay.
who has been your favorite athlete on those teams?
Of all time,
All time.
Randy Moss. Hands down. No questions asked.
Okay, which Randy Moss? Rookie Randy Moss? Or let's moon Green Bay Randy Moss.
Randy Moss.
What about 2010 Randy Moss?
No.
Okay, so it was the first stint.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even count that second stint. There's no point even saying he was on the Vikings.
All
right, Ben, question 3 and final question for the day.
Yep.
If LeBron James leaves Cleveland,
Oh, jeez.
are you actually done with him?
I'm done.
Who's going to be your...
Kevin Love.
Kevin Love's going to be your boy now?
I'm done. If LeBron leaves, after all that stuff he started talking this summer, he wrote this, or he and Lee Jenkins corroborated to write that Sports Illustrated article, which was well done.
Very well done.
Saying about how he wants to come home. You know, he's going to win one for Cleveland. About all those kids that nobody else cares about. And then he leaves. He destroyed that franchise in 2010 when he left. They won 62 games the year before he left. And then he left and they were the worst team for the next 4 years. And then if he leaves again, after he got rid of all the draft picks, all the young assets they had, and now they're an old team and he leaves again just to stick it to Dan Gilbert, oh, I will be done. I will be so done.
And folks, that's how you get emotionally invested into a player.
I'm way too emotionally invested in this
Thanks for
team.
listening. And once again, thanks for listening from 2 Point Stance, Ben Winks, and I'm Trent Newt. Have a good one.
That was so clunky.